Japanese wood block print that shows a lady catching fireflies, which is a form of light that occurs in nature. But let's go to the next page. Next page is very important. I have become absolutely obsessed with the broad story of light across many disciplines. You know, light shows up, it shows up in nature, it shows up in the stars, it shows up in medicine, it shows up in biology, it shows up in art, shows up in literature, it shows up everywhere. But I claim that my books are the only place that connects all these things together. Something I came to understand was that there are a lot of people who are interested in these topics, but not interested in equations, graphs, and scholarly references. So as I was doing that, I realized that there was a different way of telling the story. I'm not sure if I've ever seen a book like this before, but I realized that I could use art to tell the story, because artists have been around a lot longer than scientists, and artists have an innate understanding of many of the basic concepts of light and how light works. And I'm going to show you some great examples of that. And my objective in this book that we're talking about now is to make this story fun and widely accessible. And I found that artists especially appreciate this because it shows appreciation of the artist's gift. I think this quote was read in the introduction, but artists had a visceral understanding of the properties of light long before science was able to codify those properties. And well, there's just all sorts of things going on in here. Because the candle makes red light mostly, reds and yellows, but not blues and greens, Delilah's blouse here, which is red, shows up quite vividly. We can't tell what color this guy's coat is because it's probably blue or green or something like that, and it doesn't show up. But okay, so that's the color of the light. If our ancestors in Africa hadn't learned how to control fire, we wouldn't have had the candle. The candle was invented in Roman times, we know, and it was up and down the Silk Road as an invention. We know that because many museums now have candle holders. In 1900, that Max Planck figured out how the relationship between heat and light. He won the Nobel Prize for that. Let's keep going here. Another big idea is waves. There is this big controversy over time as to whether light behaved like particles or behaved like waves. And one of the theories was it behaved like waves, little tiny waves going through, and carried by some invisible substance called ether. I mean, no one really knew what the heck light was. We could see it, but you know, what the heck is it? Newton actually advanced the idea that light was particles that were traveling through, you know, like little bullets going, which explains why light travels in straight lines. And it's